A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Officers Adda 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject in the English medium language. Those students who are new in this session, your first exam is going to be held at 10 June. So do not waste your time. Focus on the subject so that you can easily clear your exam in the single and a first attempt. A very good morning to all of you. So tomorrow we will finish the definition term and then we will do the important questions of your BRBL subject. And this is the Power Pack revision batch if you really want to crack this exam. So this Power Pack revision batch will give you the complete revision process. Okay. So in this one, you only have to enroll by applying the coupon code Y391 in which you can get easily the 78% discount. This batch is very important in which we are going to discuss the important terms. Okay, we are going to discuss simply a very few things that is very important. That is your case studies question we will discuss. We will just revise whole concept of IIBF book, that is of summary and your this one definition terms, and we will do the complete revision. So if you really want to crack it, you have to simply enroll by applying the coupon code that is Y391. Okay. Then after, this is your Sankalp batch if you are new in this session, okay? And if you want to crack your CAIIB in the November session, so simply apply the coupon code, you will get the 78% discount, okay? So now, today we are going to discuss the definition of to act. Tomorrow we will finish the definition term. Then from Wednesday, we will start the questions and answer session. This is very, very much important. Okay. So today, first of all, the Payment and Settlement Act 2007, that is of your module B. Let's start with the session. Okay, this is not the way. Okay. Now, yeah. What do you mean by the term bank? Okay, what do you mean by the term bank in the Payment and Settlement Act? So class, bank is basically that is included in the second schedule to the Reserve Bank of India, Post Office Saving Bank, the banking company that is under section 5C of the Banking Regulation Act, the cooperative bank, okay, and such other bank as the Reserve Bank of India may notify. So this is the exact definition of the term that is bank. So this is important class. Okay, so this is important one. Done. So you have to learn the definition of bank in this act. Now, what is electronic fund? Because see, we are just studying the Payment and Settlement Act in which we just pay according to the, in the, just like your Google Pay, Phone Pay, whatever the company that is established right now, they all have to link with the bank. So the main objective is that bank have to link with the Google, Phone Pay, Paytm company, then only it can execute. Okay. So what is electronic fund? Electronic fund means simply that any transfer of fund which is initiated by a person by the way of instruction, authorization, order to a bank to debit or credit an account maintained with that bank through the electronic means, and includes the point of sale transfer, automated teller machine that is ATM, direct deposit, withdrawal of funds and transfer initiated by the telephone, internet and the card payment. So this is the exact definition of the term, this one. Okay, electronic fund, it means how we can just pay in the digital form, that is called electronic fund. What is GS? What is gross settlement system? The payment system in which each settlement of funds and security occur on the basis of separate and individual instruction. So what is gross settlement system? Payment system in which each settlement of funds or security occurs on the basis of separate and individual instruction. So whatever the individual instruction we will give, suppose for the Paytm, for the Google Pay, so that we have to follow this one. Okay. Next, what is notification? That is published in the official gazette. What is payment instruction? It means any instrument, authorization order in any form, including electronic means, to effect a payment by a person to a system participant, by system participant to the another system participant. So payment instruction is simply the rules and regulations that is given to the the digital form of system. That is called the payment instruction. Okay, this is called the class payments instruction. Any instrument, that is maybe the document or any a company, authorization or order in any form that is include electronic means. So electronic means that is online. What is electronic means? That is of online form. That's it. This is called payment instruction. What is payment obligation? Obligation means your duty. So what is the payment obligation? It means indebtedness that is owned by one system participant to the another system participant as a result of clearing or settlement of one or more payment instruction toward the fund, securities and foreign exchange or derivative or other transaction. So payment obligation is basically the rules and regulations that you have to follow while the payment of money from one person to another person. Indebtedness that is owned by one system participant to the another system participant. Suppose if you want to transfer the money from one payment system, Google Pay, to another person, Google Pay. So whatever the obligation that suppose if you are transferring the money through the Google Pay, so you have to follow the instructions that is given in the Google Pay. That's it. What is payment system? System that enable payment to be effected between a payer and a beneficiary, involving clearing, payment or settlement service or all of them, but does not include a stock exchange. So payment system, in one word, you can simply say that it will not include the stock exchange. That's it. It will not include the stock exchange. A very good morning, Debashish sir. How are you? I hope so. You are well preparing your first exam that is going to be held at 10th of June. And all the best for your exams. All the best. Okay? पेमेंट एंड सेटलमेंट का टॉपिक क्या है देवाशीष सर द पेमेंट एंड सेटलमेंट टॉपिक itself a act. Okay, and this act is given in your module B, sir. Just remember in module B, sir, the first is FEMA Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, then Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and the last one is Payment and Settlement Act. So 4 acts are there. Okay, and 3 contents are there. So in your module B, there are total 4 acts plus 2 contents are there. Okay, so the Payment and System Act is this one. Now, what is system participant? See, system participant is basically the bank, any other person participating in a payment system, and include the system provider. And what is system provider? A person who operate an authorized payment system, just like your Google Pay, this one, etc. Okay, so this is your simple definition of this term. Now, module C, MSME. In a one way, we are just doing each and every act class. Okay, and each and every act is very, very much important. So in module C, that is a payment, and this one, the MSME, that is Micro, Small and the Medium Enterprise 2006 Act. So this act, I think you know that this is basically belong to that the local people, if they just want to produce their product, so they also need a money. So they have authorized to take money from the bank as a loan. Okay, so now if we just see the first point, that is what is advisory committee. So it means committee that is constituted by the central government. That's it. Appointed day, a day following immediately. What is this? A day following immediately after the expiry of period of 15 days from the day of acceptance and of the day of deemed acceptance of any goods and any services by buyer from supplier. So this is very simple class. Suppose that is supplier and that is buyer. Suppose buyer have to accept. What is appointed day? So basically it is written that the day following immediately after the expiry period of 15 days from the day of acceptance. Suppose 5 June is the acceptance date. Okay, so appointed day means the day following immediately after the period of 15 days. So suppose 15 days done, 10, 15, that is 20, 20 June. So 20 June, this is called the appointed day. After the expiry of 15 days from the day of acceptance. So 5 June is the day of acceptance. After 15 days, 20 June. Okay. So 21 is your appointed day. 21 June is your call appointed day. So that is basically when the buyer have to pay the total money. When the buyer have to pay the total money. What is day of acceptance? It means the day of actual delivery of goods and rendering the service. That is called acceptance. So at 5th June, supplier have given the goods to the B person. So that day is called, okay, the day of acceptance. Not appointed day, acceptance date. Where any objection is made in writing by the buyer regarding acceptance of goods. Buyer is not satisfied with the goods. So he will object it. That is called this one. The day of deem acceptance means where no objection is made in writing by the buyer regarding acceptance of goods within 15 days. Okay. The day of actual delivery of goods and rendering of services called day of deem acceptance. Deem means it will be assumed as an acceptance of the goods. So basically whatever we have read in the sale now, that is seller buyer. So the contract between the seller and buyer. So in that case, the seller is known as the supplier. So the contract between the supplier and the buyer is called exactly this one. Comes under the day of acceptance. What is board? National Board for Micro, Small and Medium. Buyer, one who buys any goods, avail any services. What is enterprises? It means industrial undertaking or a business concern or any other establishment, whatever name called, that is engaged in the manufacture, production of the goods pertaining to any industry that is specified in the first schedule of the Industrial Development Act. So enterprise, just like in this act, small enterprise, micro enterprise or medium enterprise. So enterprise is basically the things that is used for manufacture and production of the goods. And the thing that is providing the services. So that is called enterprises. In the MSME, always focus on the chart that what is the turnover of small, medium and this micro enterprise. What is the turnover and how much deposit they have to do. So the table that we have learned in the paid class now, that is important one. That is class important one. Okay. Then goods, every kind of movable, because goods in the sales of goods also that's belong to the movable property. Other than actionable claim, because actionable claim apply to the TP Act, that is apply to the this one apply to the actionable claims comes under the TP Act. Okay, so this is your movable one. Now what is National Bank? It means National Bank for the Agriculture and Rural Development that's established under this act. Simple. Notification, that whatever that discuss in the official gazette, that is called this one. This is called notification. Got it? Then what is supplier? In that unit, supplier buyer. Supplier means a micro small enterprise which has filed a memorandum. Memorandum means a document with a authority that is referred in this one. So supplier includes National Small Industry Corporation, Small Industry Development Corporation or state, union territory, or any company, cooperative society, trust or a body by whatever name called. That is called supplier. So the main work of supplier is to supply the goods. That's it. And see, in this definition, this micro, this small, that is given. The medium enterprise is missing here. So you have to learn this one also. What is supplier? What is small industries bank? The Small Industries Bank means a small industries development bank of India established by subsection 1 of section 3 of this one. That is called Small Industrials Bank. Okay, and right now the next one is this one. See, in the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, no definition is there. In the tax law, no definition term is there. And in the Banking Regulation Act, no definition term is there. So almost we have done all the important terms of the different acts, and now we have to focus on the question and answer session, which is very important from the examination point of view. Okay, so you have to come daily at 8 a.m. because right now we are going to start the definition, this one, question and answer session. Your definition term is almost finished here. Okay, your definition term is class almost finished here. So I hope so you people understand this definition terms very clearly. And if you really want to crack now, you have to focus on one paid batch, and in the paid batch focus on the revision. Second, you have to focus on the mock paper. Whatever the definition we have done, this is compulsory to read, and the summary and the questions from IIBF, that is also very, very much important. So class, that's all for today's class. We will meet you tomorrow with a different theme, with a different aim. We will be focused on the questions from this one. So that's all for today's class. Have a nice day. And this is your Sankalp batch, those students who are new in this session. My name is Nikita. I'm your BRBL mentor. So if you really want to crack your November session exam, you have to apply the coupon code, that is Y391. That's it. Okay, thank you.